Hello. If you live in California and you're concerned that your estate might go through probate, that you might face estate tax, capital gains tax, an uncertain future as to whether Medicaid, Medi-Cal might take away all of your money if you got sick and you need nursing care, then you came to the right place, and this video is for you. In this video, we're going to talk about the basics of estate planning in California, how to set up an effective estate plan in California, what documents you need, what type of documents you don't need, and basically all the myths out there about an effective estate plan. My name is James Burns, and I'm an asset protection and estate planning attorney here in California. And this is my channel, and I welcome you to tune in as often as you can to learn more of this information. So what are California estate planning basics? Well, essentially we call it the four core, and there may be more. In that four core, you need a living trust, a pour-over will. Now, we just asked, do I need a trust or do I need a will? And we established you need the living trust in most cases. If you own real estate, you have a high brokerage account, you own a business, it's non-negotiable. You need it. But we're talking about a very specific type of will, and as indicated in its name, it's called a pour-over will. And its job is to say, hey, my final intent was that everything was supposed to pour over into my trust. It's a catch-all, just in case you missed getting some of your assets retitled into the name of the living trust. Now, those are the two departure documents. Part of this four core incorporates two living documents. That's the durable power of attorney for financial affairs and the advanced healthcare directive for healthcare matters, so that you can appoint somebody on your behalf to take care of your affairs should you become incapacitated. So, passing away, alive, here, but not so clear, and you need a solution for that. So how do you set up a basic estate plan in California? Well, you could go online, but it's littered with a number of people that don't know what they don't know and what type of information they need. You can get a trust. If you don't fund it properly, which is kind of like putting the battery pack in it, it's useless. It's a big wad of paper. You actually need some guidance, and that's really where professional care, professional experience comes into play. We've been doing this for over 24 years for over 6,000 plus clients throughout the state of California. And in that period of time, we probably only had one client who came to us from an external firm that had to go through probate. And it was a small one. We call it a miniature one because one asset was left outside of the estate. We used that pour-over will, a couple of the other documents that's a part of this package. And we were able to get in and out of that system in about 3 months, which in the life cycle of a probate is really, really short. Things you absolutely want to watch out for. You want to watch out for trying to go and shortcut things and use joint tenancy with your children. Try and put them on title of your home with you, because we've had situations where people's children had lawsuits, brings it into your property. They've had divorces, brings it onto your property. They've had creditor matters. They've wanted to file for bankruptcy. They can't do it because that property's tied to them. A number of issues. The cleanest way for us to transfer our property to our children is through that living trust mechanism. That way, their duress issues, which could be financial obligations to third parties, creditors, it does not enter into your world and disrupt your situation. How can you set up a good estate plan? Well, we really believe that you should see a law firm. There's a lot of these paralegal services. There's the online services. If you only needed a will and a couple powers of attorney, which is a very small estate, which means you don't own any real estate, you don't have a business, you really have next to nothing, absolutely all day long, that's a good place to try and DIY, do it yourself. On the other hand, if you have real estate, even a home, you have a business, you need to see a professional so that you're guided properly to make sure that everything is segued, flowing straight into your estate so that it misses probate and that somebody has some legal authority over all of your affairs. And how do you get started? Well, usually you meet with an attorney, they give you a questionnaire so that they can understand your whole family situation, see all of your assets, which a lot of time for people, it's all over the place. This is that one period of time where you're going to harness everything, bring it together, start to create a system that if you weren't here, somebody else could follow, wouldn't have to go to court, and it would be smooth, and they're going to remember you in a positive way. I can tell you from some of the people that come into my office whose parents left them a mess, they're not always remembered in the most meaningful way that they would have wanted. So if you live in California and you want to set up an estate plan, one that suffices to protect you from the horrors of probate, may even bring in something for a Medicaid situation, maybe you even want to bring your parents in to discuss that, then we invite you to put your information below and book a 20-minute call with us so that we can discuss what's a right fit for you, get you on a path, because remember, information is key. It starts the step, and one step in the 1,000 steps is movement, and that's exactly what you need. Thank you.